Second. Where is it there? I wish there was a way that I knew of at least. I could be maybe just, I mean, there probably is, I just don't know how to do it. I wish there was a way to like on YouTube play a, how do I say it? Like take a YouTube like music playlist you have and then just like have it shuffle it, but like not, yeah, like I don't want to click the shuffle option on the playlist option for do this. Go to view full playlist, click shuffle. It just starts at a random point on the list, which isn't what I want. YouTube playlist shuffle. Wait, shall we do playlist? Wait, what? 1 second. Open YouTube through your browser. Select your playlist from the playlist menu that is placed on the left side of the YouTube homepage. Wait. What? Okay, I've done that. Now what? Right click the shuffle icon under the playlist. No, that shit ain't there, chief. Oh, there we go. So all it's done though is just pick a random point on the list though. That's the problem. Although the video order is not changed, these videos do play randomly. Oh. So why is it sometimes YouTube shuffle picks video out of list? That's from a year ago. I have to look more into this later. I'm not going to keep looking into it now. But like, I don't know why it does this. Alright. Let's get back to it. Let's get the Slayer task done. There's like 2 more left. We're pushing the grind for the occult necklace right now. That's the goal today, just a shit ton of Slayer. Maybe some cooking later, because I gotta get my cooking up to 88. But, maybe some wood cutting, I don't know. But right now the goal is just a lot of getting the Slayer done. Last night I got all the stuff I really wanted to get from Slayer, from like a points perspective. I don't think there's much more besides maybe like extending a few tasks here and there, but like I don't really think I want to do that. And yeah, the goal is just XP now and getting black demons to get the Zenyte. XP and money, that's really all I care about right now. Oh, so that was I only have 2 left. All right, almost done. Cool, task done. Always love to do Rural Black Dragons. They make so much money. It's ridiculous. Alright, then go talk to Duradaddy for a new task. I have to skip it though if it's not a good task though. Alright, something good please. Something good please. That's fucking horrible. We're not doing that. Actually, it's quite... It's not bad XP though. That's the thing. Sukwas are good XP. Okay, we'll do Sukwas because they're very short but good XP task. What else do I need? I need to buy some prayer potions because I'm like, well actually I gotta decant these to be honest with you. That's what I need to do. I want prices, I just want to decant it. Okay, cool. That should be okay, right? I mean, if I have bones to peaches, I'd be fine, but I'll just bring a couple of those and call it good. Some house teleports, because I would teleport straight to Lunar Isle, so. And then why not bring these, because we want to talk to him after. Cool. Actually, I don't have to use prayer, don't I? I can just do this. Oh man. See, I forgot about that. I'm using adamant darts, right? Yeah, thank God. Okay. Are these worth anything? I actually have no idea. 56 gold. That's the hide. I don't think it's like bad in terms of like Slayer XP. I think it's like pretty solid. I probably should be training melee because my melee stats are bad compared to my range and magic. I need to get them up. I don't know. I'm just lazy. I might even have to do some Ammonite crab stuff just to AFK them up. But we'll see. I think they're really like 40 KC per hour is for Slayer pretty solid. So Are these the only enemies that drop the dragon chain body? I'm sorry, I'm thinking of something else. I'm thinking in my head, and then I'm talking as if you guys know what the hell I'm talking about. I apologize. No, I'm looking at the Smoke Devils page right now. Dust Devils can also drop it. It's a really rare, so the chance to get it is in the Calipite Queen or Thermonuclear Smoke Devil. Okay. What even is on this mug? This isn't a task I want to skip going forward. It's pretty good XP per hour. Granted, it's basically just a money sink, but it's good XP per hour, so. Oh. There we go. Speed, killing that guy. Cell, like a tech no one knows about. I'm trying to speed it up now. I'm getting impatient. I probably should just be using melee in this task going forward. Yeah, buddy, get the fuck out of here. It's my spot, alright? Get your own world. I think the Sarachnis pet looks pretty good. I kind of wish I got it. I farmed Sarachnis for quite a while. I kind of wish I got the pet, though. Actually, I didn't farm it for that long, relatively speaking. Like, it felt like a long time because I was using pretty crap gear on it. Because I didn't really have very good gear at the time I was farming it, but, you know, wasn't. It was still what's it called? Now I can't think. I don't remember what I was going to talk about. Oh, it's a cool pet. I wish it still took a little bit of a longer time than I wanted it to. Oh, we're done. Alright, let's get out of here. Alright, here we go. Something good, please. I'll take 19 Black Dragons again. Should I go fight KBD? Probably. I mean, but do I want to though? I'm like lazy as shit though. I don't want to do it. We're just gonna kill more brutal Black Dragons because it's good money and decent-ish XP. Actually, where are the regular Black Dragons at? I think they're under the Myths Guild, right? Oh, they're way worse compared to brutal Black Dragons. Yeah, we're gonna go kill brutal Black Dragon. Okay, killed him in the Taverley dungeon apparently. That's why. Is it really that simple? Yeah, pretty much. So I have to swap. Alright. We need the Book of Darkness. Book of the Dead or something. Book of the Dead. I always get confused with the other one. You know what's crazy to me? I'm looking at the Sarachnis guide. You know what weapon I used the entire time I killed the Sarachnis? I used the Colossal Blade, actually. Because I've been doing a completion log account, I had to go get I was in the process of getting the what's it called? The Colossal Blade anyways, and the Colossal Blade actually kind of shits on Sarachnis for low level. It's way better than most of the other gear you can get in the game for fighting her. But no one uses it. No one thinks of the Colossal Blade as like a generally okay weapon. It's okay in some contexts. For Sarachnis, it's definitely pretty solid, but no one uses it. Probably because it takes a long time to get, and it's not really like worth it. Like, you don't really use it for much content outside of that. Like, it's only good on enemies that are very big hitboxes. It could be good on the giant mole, actually, now that I think about it, but don't use it for anything else against monsters with big hitboxes, because most monsters in the game have really high defense. So we don't think about using it. almost died of my coffee. That definitely went down the wrong tube. It's okay, my lungs can use it. Go help him out. That one affected me pretty bad. I don't know why. Okay. Drink some water, maybe that'll help. Oh my god. You guys got some drip. 420 Yeet 69. What a fucking name. God bless RuneScape players, man. Am I right? I just, some of the names these people come up with. I mean, I'm not much fucking better with the name Vibe Checker. But still, I just think it's fucking hilarious. Is he an Iron Man? No, they're not an Iron Man. So why are they used a Dragon Crossbow? They just really down bad on money and like need to save up. What if I just teleother this guy to Camel? You know, fuck it. Let's just see what happens. If he says anything, I'm just gonna say it's a misclick. That I teleothered somebody. Oh my god. What if I, like, at the off chance it's a bot and they just teleport out? I get this area for free, you know? It's like it's strategic actually. Let's just get out and bank and then come back. This is like one of the areas in the game where like you can have like 3 people there and it doesn't really affect the money per hour. I mean, maybe if you have like a bunch of people using like Dragon Hunter crossbows and they're all level 99, then maybe, but yeah. What else do I need here? For a potion. Yeah, they're not an Iron Man though, which is kind of crazy. They're just like a normal account, but 99 strength, 99 range. yet 9-5 fletching. What the fuck is this? Bro, get your farming up. I need to be doing that myself. I'm fucking bad. I need to get my farming up. 9 hunter, 1 construction? What are you doing on this account? Are they just... Oh, they might just be... I don't know. Now, are these thresholds to get the hard Kandarin diary? That would explain a lot if that's the case. If they're just at like an alt. What's the hard diary requirements? 53 thieving. Yeah. No cooking. Fire making's low though, so they don't have the hard diary done. What's the hard diary requirement to get done for fire making? Burn some maple logs with a bow. No, you can't. Yeah, you can't cheat that one. No construction. Yeah, what is this account, dude? What a weird account. It doesn't take long. Like, it takes a little bit of effort to just fight. What's it called? It takes a little bit of effort to get that up, and then you have a really, like, you get an extra 1% bonus to your damage, unless they think it's not really worthwhile. 1% chance to activate their bolt specs, which I guess they think it's not really worthwhile. I like playing like Private Inspector when it comes to RuneScape accounts, trying to figure out what the fuck their account's about. I always think it's fun. I don't think I'm very good at it, but I think it's fun. Yeah, I wonder what they're doing with this account. It's an interesting account. Well, whatever. If you want a good way to make money, Brutal Black Dragons is definitely one of them for sure. You know, people say like, oh, you should make a Rune Dragon alt or Rune Dragon alts, but I don't think Rune Dragons are worth that much. No, they're good. They're good money per hour, but they are a lot of work to keep track of. Oh yeah, they're good. They're like 1.6 mil per hour. These are about 1 mil per hour with my current setup. If you had a Dragon Hunter crossbow in full void range, you probably could make 1.2 mil per hour. That's what I've been told. And it's extremely AFK. Like, this is, it's like on the verge of being a little bit less AFK, because the most annoying thing about this is that you get a lot of drops and you kill the monsters too quick. If it was like you kill them a little slower, I'd like it more. Cause yeah, and you can do that. If I just turn off Eagle Eye, I'll kill them. It will take me like a minute or so to kill them, which is what I'll do when I'm AFKing. I make less money per hour obviously doing that, but it gives me more time to just AFK and do my own thing. What do they drop that's worthwhile though, the Rune Dragons? I think they dropped the Dragon Crossbow limbs, right? At a pretty high rate. 1 in 800. That's a high rate. My god. What a... Yeah, and they're kind of... I tried killing them without using, like, a Dragon Hunter crossbow, and I don't have access to super anti-fires yet on this account. They're fucking miserable to kill with just using magic, which is what I was using to kill them. Oh my god, they suck to kill just using magic. I mean, they have really good mage defense, but it's lower than all their other stuff, so that's why I was like, I'll try it out, but it was fucking cringe. But it's better to use, what's it called? It's better to use, like, the Dragon Hunter weapons on them, Dragonbane weapons on them, but Jesus, man. Took him to lane quickly. Alright. Let's out these quickly. Get some mage XP. This is a pretty decent. I mean, granted, it's basically all that, but got some good amount of money in here. How much XP per hour are these guys? They're not great, but they're good money, so I'll do them. Just got this creme brulee flavored decaf coffee. My God, helps keep me regular in the mornings. But no, it's so good. I got it from this farmer's market. I never even heard of this farmer's market that we have here. And went to it with my girlfriend. My God. I guess I live in like a pretty small town. And going to like a farmer's market just feels so, I don't know. I guess I've just been stuck in the house for too long that I forgot what human contact was like and going to like this like nice market. And I was like, damn, I should do this more often. The only problem is it's like an hour away from me, which is awful. Perks of living in Michigan. The weather is always just so ass here. Either it's you know, cooking an egg on the sidewalk type heat, or it's like, you know, snowing in July and you just gotta live with it. This music is like feels really intense for what I'm doing. Like epic, dude. Like, did you guys? I don't know if anyone saw. Well, no one's really here, but there's a video that came out. I don't really watch that. Not that I don't like it. I just don't really watch Rendy's videos that much. But I watched his most recent one with the what's it called? With him fighting the Dagonoth Rex to get the Berserker ring. And that was super, I thought it was pretty interesting, because like they made this huge animation for it, like this anime-esque animation. I just thought it was sick. I thought it was really cool, but I was just like, holy shit, like this is when you think about what you're actually doing against Rex, Dagonoth Rex is probably one of the most boring bosses to fight. All you do is just stand in the corner and just fire fucking mage spells at him typically. I was just like, what the heck? Like, where is it? Find it. No ticks missed. 40 accounts, one boss, is that what it's called?
Okay, I think it's a good.
Let's see if I can find it. It was a pretty cool
these accounts would have to survive. What would I bug the killing record? From needed my 3 months. It's tap it use right
Great video. I'll link the video, but it was I'll show you guys the name of the video so you guys can see it. But it was a really like I'm not a huge like Rendy fan personally. I don't really find his humor very funny to me personally. But I mean, I have a great amount of respect for his stuff. Where is it? Okay, I'll have to let me see if I can get it into the pop-out player. The mini player. Pop it out. This one? Yeah, there we go. How do I go to my monitor screen? There we go.
Over and over again. Sometimes on cue, not every time. And well, the whole process looked a lot like this.
Looked a lot like this, by the way. Like, Jesus. The part I'm not sure of, by the way. So you see where he threw that rune throwing axe? I'll let it play the whole time, sorry. I'll explain after, before I get into it.
Okay, maybe not that epic, but it still looked pretty epic. Look at this.
Okay. Well, actually, maybe this will prove my point.
Fresh off the dungeon safely with my guy.
Yeah, look. This is a minor thing. But check... Oh, this is his main, right? This is a minor thing. But check this out.
Accounts, I have 12. I myself personally was on, I would say, 12 to 13 accounts, and times on cue, not every time. And well, the whole process looked a lot like this.
Look at this, look at this. So as they freeze everybody to get them all poisoned. Okay, why is he entering from the middle way? Anyone that goes and fights Dagnos, this is a stupid way entrance to go. You want to go down the left one. The left one's just melee. The middle one has magic. You have to pray for magic, and if you fuck up, you just take a shit ton of damage. Plus, if you go from the melee way, and the eggs here open up, which they forgot to render in, so crap video, really. I mean, as I'm being pedantic, this video is really, really solid. I mean, I think they worked really hard on this, and I think that you can see it, and it's like a fantastic video, by the way. Can I? Oh shit. I'll just leave the black dragon leather behind. But yeah, no, it's a super awesome video. If you want to know the name of it, it's 40 Accounts, 1 Boss by Rendy. Really, really solid video. I'm not gonna watch it on here because I feel like that's the... Oh, I might watch videos if I get bored, but... it seems like it's pretty low effort content to do that. To watch videos on your own stream, somebody else's stuff. I don't think that's like necessarily... It's like not necessarily the worst thing in the world, but it's... probably should try to avoid it. Actually, this is my insane take now. About to give my insane take. Let me turn the music back on again. A lot of people get really tilted and like hate the React content meta, and like I can kind of understand the logic behind it. But here's a thought for y'all to consider. I'm not obviously a very big name. Oh, I can grab my Black Dragon hide. I'm not a very big name person. No one's watching my shit at all, literally. But why they get upset when the average fans or the creators get upset when you watch content without providing any sort of transformative value to it. Now, part of me feels like I think there's a difference between just straight re-uploading and like taking someone's content, watching it, and saying nothing the entire time. But even if you have minimal engagement, and even if you don't say the name of the creator that made the video, I feel like if you're a big name content creator, just watching somebody else's video or content on your stream is like advertisement for them for free. Granted, yeah, no, you're not making it easy for people to find out like where to find the content, but if someone's interested enough, they're gonna like look up, you know, hey, this person's content is this, and I might want to watch it directly off their channel, you know? So like, let's say you have, oh boy, what's an example of some content? I can't think of something RuneScape related, but like, there's I'm sure other content on there, right? Like, it's gonna sound kind of crazy, but if somebody makes some sort of like video ranking all the Pokemon or something like that, and let's say Hassan Piker watches it and doesn't link anything about it after the fact. If you're interested in the content, you're gonna go search up that same video. Even if you don't know the name of it, you're gonna search up content words. Oh my god, this guy's diseased. That's rare. I didn't know people still did that. But yeah, no, you're not gonna care. How do I say this? If you don't link that content in there, if you're interested, you're going to search it up yourself. That type of content to find out more that creator has made. If you're not interested in the content, I don't know how much them linking the content or saying what it is really going to drive traffic into it. If you're only, because the truth is, some people only watch content exclusively to see the reaction of the streamer, and so they're not going to go watch the content just because they link it in their chat. I just don't think that there's much. The only thing I could say is if you really think, because I do think sometimes some streamers have really strong influence over their fans, the only thing I could say is like, hey, you should go put a bunch of likes on their videos to drive their content towards them. That's something that you could do, that you probably should do as a streamer, but like, it's not for the same reason of giving credit to them. It's purely because they know that a lot of their fans are just going to go and mindlessly like a bunch of their videos because, oh, my streamer likes their videos. Like, that's most of it. I just don't think it's as big of a deal as people think it is. Because, I mean, I know this is being said from somebody. So everyone talks about, like, it feels really bad when somebody watches your content on stream and doesn't react to it. And just kind of like, it kind of feels like they're stealing your content. It's like, not really. They're giving you free advertisement, really. Like, it's a big advertisement to have a streamer watch your stuff. And then if people just watch the streamer's reaction to your content, which is what they're interested in, they're not really interested in your content. They're interested in what the streamer's reaction to your content is, which is a very different thing. So that's my thoughts about it. I just never found it was a super convincing argument. I think that the argument comes from a place of like, I worked really hard on this and it feels bad to have somebody like come in and a bunch of people watch it, but like, I think that's, you're assuming that all those people that are watching the streamer would watch your content without the streamer there, which they just wouldn't. That's the truth. So, that's my opinion on it. Alright, good task. Cave horrors. I want to do cave horrors. They're kind of a weird task, right? Not like great in terms of XP per hour. Can you cannon them? They are cannonable, and they're also safe spottable. I'm gonna melee them because I need the melee XP anyways, so I'm gonna do it. A fire of eternal light is lit. Oh, where's this? It's 45k to make. And I could absolutely just make this quickly. Nah, I'm lazy. I'm not gonna make it. Okay. Let's get our stuff right. We need a Witchwood icon. It's the only real thing that we need for this. We're just gonna use melee gear on them, I think is my plan right now. I don't think I need to use, I gotta change this setup, it's so bad. We don't need the Witchwood icon. I don't know if I'm gonna be, what's it called? I can't think straight now. It's because I'm trying to do too many things at once. What are they weak to in terms of attacking? They're weak to everything. But not really too weak to magic. Should I bring a herb sack? I don't think so. They're not like a very herb dropping creature. They mostly just drop alkables. Really, and the black mask. That's kind of all their money, all their stuff that they have is just the black mask and alkables. Harmony Island teleport's the fastest way to get there. Where does it teleport you? Ooh, doesn't teleport you close at all. Can you teleport to Trouble Brewing? I don't know the fastest way to get to them. I think it's like Port Phasmatis, right? I'm gonna bring some food just because I don't know what's required, and then I'm gonna bring a couple potions to do piety and just build them as quickly as possible. And then I'm going to bring a ectophile and then 10k just so I can pay to get there if I need to. Alright, let's kill these guys. It's Bill Teach, right? So it's Robo to Sleep, Brain Death Island. Alright, here we go. Bill Teach. Take me over there. Right cross? I think so, right? What is actually the Mauritania Elite Diary requirements? 96 fishing, that's gonna take a while. That's the only one I have to do? Oh my god, these are all so easy. I just need to get 96 fishing, that's it. Okay. It's gonna take a while to get to, but... yeah. I kinda wish we had more lore for this area in the game. We don't really know enough about it. Okay, toggle warning. Yes. Oh, I didn't bring a fire thing. Fuck. Okay, we're gonna build it. I don't care anymore. And I forgot to bring. Happens all the time. Okay. Alright. Second major fuck up of the day. Okay. We gotta get some stuff for it. What do we need? I think we've gotten everything. I think we've unlocked everything that's required for it. You need a Fire of Eternal Light. You need a hammer. We can just drop these later. Saw. I think you need mahogany planks for this. Yeah, mahogany planks and steel bars. I've gotten these before, so it's no big deal. And I've gotten all these different types of salt from, what's it called? I went to Weiss and just mined them all because you can just turn them on the GE, so that was a pretty easy way to get them. And then house teleports. Reminder for everybody that is here. This account is a bronze man. So that means that it's slightly different than Iron Man, but the major difference is that basically I have to acquire items somehow in the overworld by myself, rather than having to get everything on my own. I don't have to get everything on my own. I can trade on the GE as long as I've gotten the items somehow on the overworld or in the game itself. So all my gear, that's why sometimes my gear looks really fucking scuffed. Like why I don't have super fire potions and stuff like that, super anti-fire potions, or why I didn't have if people were here during the Zulrah grind, I didn't have any like if I didn't have any fucking I need to bring alcohols, don't I? Yeah. If I didn't have any what's it called? Oh, I can't think of everything now. There's a while I didn't have access to like anti-venom, so I just used antidotes plus pluses. Actually, I couldn't even when I started this org, I didn't even have access to antidotes. I had to use Guthix rests, which can clear venom. But then when I got antidotes as a drop from Zulrah, it was awesome. And then I fought another boss, and they gave me super combat potions. I think it was Grotesque Guard, so I got the super combat potions unlocked, like stuff like that. Like that's how the game works. So a lot of my gear is really weird, but yeah, it helps just save on the tediousness of certain stuff within the game. Like, I don't really find farming very enjoyable. I don't really find some of these like very tedious grinds very enjoyable. So I don't do them. That's nice. So I don't enjoy it. That's why I like the Bronze Iron mode, because it does give a certain level of difficulty that I think feels like kind of like how the base level difficulty of the game should be, in my opinion. But you know, do what you will. Build this shit. You know, as I walked up to it, in my head I was thinking, how am I gonna light this? I don't have a tinderbox. Nah, I don't need one. Damn. Fuck me. Alright. It's okay. 3 times the charm. 3 times the charm. Jesus. It's also why I couldn't use a dragon axe. I don't have a dragon pickaxe, even though I could probably afford one. It's a matter of just haven't unlocked it yet, so I can't use it. Haven't gotten in the overworld somehow, so. Alright, Bill, take me home. I love the sailing skill. I actually can't wait for sailing. I think it'd be a pretty cool. It'd be really cool to have it. I was actually down with sailing or shamanism. Both seem very interesting to me. Shamanism, I was actually. I don't know. When shamanism first came out, I was really like, doesn't feel very old schooly. Then as more and more time came out, I mean, I have a whole video about this. It started to really grow on me, and now it's just become like they're literally equivalent to me in terms of what I find appealing. That looks so much better. It's so much more appealing. Both are remarkably interesting or appealing. Both are good. I would have been fine with either now. I'm gonna drop this stuff here. I don't really. But I ended up voting for sailing at the time, so sailing is what. Well, we are getting sailing now, so. Oh, I didn't bring a cannon with me. That's okay. Also should have brought stuff for Bones to Peaches, but now I know going forward. But once I finish this trip, I'll there like a better spot to fight these guys? I feel like I'm kind of running around everywhere. These are some of like the worst tasks that are like this when you have to run around the map like this. They don't have really high health at all. I thought they had higher health. Okay, this is the spot that you probably have probably have. Okay. I need to bring some stamina as well for this, because like I'm gonna be running around a lot. Oh my god, potato seeds, holy shit. I wonder what the lore is behind this. They should develop the lore more for this. They haven't really, but it's an interesting area, like. But what are these? Yeah. The end of it. Not taste. Oh. Ugh. Like motor oily. Ugh. Very end of it. What's the rate of drop? Wait, it says they have a decent rate of dropping heart boost rolls. What are they? 128? Okay, that's not too. I'll look up cave horror lore. I'm reading this fucking... Man, the internet was a wild place back in the day. I'm reading this post here that's like... I'm looking at the post of like, what is the lore behind, what is the lore behind, like, the Black Mass and Jungle Horror? And then someone gave a pretty serious reply, which said the Jungle Horror Society exiled their psycho magic members into caves, and then had them branded with Black Mass and forced them into the cave. You know why you gotta kill cave warriors with the Witchwood icon to nullify their magic, so think of it like witch hunting back in the early days of the USA, except with less maiming, burning, stoning, and more exile people into caves. Oh, okay. That's a pretty good answer. Guy below it says, because being black can scare anyone or anything. What the fuck is this? From 7 years ago. Holy shit. Oh my god. And then someone said it's BDSM related. Nice. Very accurate. Nobody cared who cave horrors were until they put on the mask. You know what? Oh, why did I attack this guy, the albino bat? Oh my god, it's just funny as hell. God. What if I look up RuneScape 3? Oh my god, they're like 10 times worse on scarier on RuneScape 3. My mom's cooking something downstairs and it smells so good. Oh my god. God, it's been a long time since I played RuneScape 3. Ranars still have a normal price, 8k. Actually, no, they're 4k each. My mistake. Never mind. The black mass drop on RuneScape costs 200k, by the way. That's crazy. Wait, are there clue scrolls stackable? I kind of would love this personally if I personally would really like it if clue scrolls were stackable. I think that's a pretty unpopular, or maybe it's a popular opinion for a lot of people, but I don't want that to be like infinitely stackable. I don't want you to have to stack like 500 clue scrolls in a row and just do them all in a row. I don't think that's fair. Or I don't think that's like what I would like. I would like you could stack a few different types of clue scrolls, because I find it's very disruptive in activities. I don't know what this is. It's very disruptive in activities to have to like go from doing a clue scroll or like do whatever you're doing to then like the first kill you get a clue scroll and you're like, I don't want to fucking do this anymore, you know? Like that's kind of my thoughts. So I really wish that clue scrolls were more like you only had to do like you could stack a few of them. That way like you can like keep doing what you're doing, and then when you get one you can take a break and go do them. You know what I mean? I don't like the idea of like, you know, when you're doing clue scrolls that you have to immediately go from whatever you were doing and immediately start doing the next thing. That's not a very fun option to me. Personally. It kind of gets in the way of like the game in my opinion. Like yeah. I kind of like I think what I would like is if clue scrolls were like I would like if you could stack maybe like 5 beginners, because like who cares about beginners that much? 4 or 3, maybe 4 easies, 3 mediums, 2 hards, and then only 1 elite. And then you can't stack any masters. You do masters when you get them. I think that'd make them more fun, personally, because I find that sometimes I get like a bunch of hard clues and I want to do them, but like I'm like, oh, it's very disruptive for me to have to stop doing what I'm doing to immediately then go and start doing a clue scroll. That's kind of annoying to me, personally. Gimlet staff here. What else am I gonna need? Some nature rim, which I have, so I'm good there. And then just some prayer potions. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use a cannon. I don't think there's much reason to use it here. It helps speed up a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna be that useful. Jungle horrors do. And they drop trash. Ooh, a Snapdragon. Yeah, I don't know.
Soap tips, things you can do with soap, or ways to use soap. Buy soap, get it from the store, or just rent it. Take it home, wash your house. It's the Soap Gods. Quick survey about the soap. How are you liking the soap so far? It's okay, that's good. We're gonna make more of it, except you'll like it more because it'll taste better and be more addictive.
They attack using stab. Interesting. Oh, Nuther's one. Let's go.
Steve. I drive a car. It's in a tree. Just kidding. My name's not Steve. I'm filing for an extension on my taxes because I didn't pay them and I'm not going to. I'm skipping work again. That's because I don't have a job. The mailman was late today and she was actually a woman. I don't remember why I first saw the mountains, but they've always been here. Now that I see them, I'm wondering why they're there. But they're here. I can't climb them. But I can. Cause that's the way I like to live my life.
I always like the look of the Mud Battle Staff. Where do you get the Mystic Mud Staff now that I think about it? I know it exists. Oh. It can be created after the completion of the quest Scorpion Catcher. What is the major advantage of it? It just has slightly better magic accuracy. Is it dropped by anything? No, it's not. You had to create it, don't you? Interesting. I think it's probably one of the most... It's probably one of the most, like, I don't know. I like it for a lot of stuff. It's good for a lot of different types of situations. Bones to Peach is really nice for that. You can use it for stun and vulnerability, which, by the way, if you want a really good way to make magic XP per hour that doesn't require you to burst, so it's like a non-combat, you're not doing any damage to the enemy whatsoever, you can cast stun and enfeeble on enemies over and over again, unlike the Zamorak Mage. And like that process will make you like almost 100 something K per hour, 150K per hour XP. Also make string jewelry. That's not formatted well. The Mud Battle Staff has worse stats than the Mystic one by quite a bit, but you know, 50 strength bonus isn't nothing to scoff at. It's almost as good as like the as like the Dragon Mace. Cool. Yeah, this isn't a very good task. I think I'm not going to do it next time. I already have a Black Mask. These guys are relatively slow XP per hour. Yeah, they're not really worthwhile in my opinion. 200k profit per hour. Pretty crap. Yeah, I don't know. This doesn't seem like a very. Oh, let's just we're powering it out though. We're almost done. I remember when Limpert roots were like worth so much money when I was younger. They were like 1k. Man, everyone on the F2P worlds. That's what you did. You'd farm hill giants and grab Limpert roots, and then you'd sell them all. And make a shit ton of money. And what it was like to be young. Make like 70k an hour and be like pogging out of your mind. Like, I could buy a room plate body, holy shit. And you just really wouldn't know what to do. You're just so aimless, like when you were a kid, like you had no direction as to what you were doing, and then this game. Wow, this sucks. Oh, we're almost done though. Okay, power through, power through, power through, power through. Oh man, almost done. All right. Easy. Holy shit. Only 7k gained from that, by the way. My god. Oh, it was 30 minutes of that. It felt so much longer, I'm gonna be honest with you. Perknaline. Herb drink. Oh, alright, Duradel, something nice, please. $172 Lizardmen. That's good XP, we'll do it. Lizardmen are generally pretty solid XP per hour, so we'll do it. Gonna put on Verax legs though, or Proselyte legs, because I think they give me more prayer bonus. I'm gonna use those. Actually, what's the difference between them and Verax? Is it? It's -2. Okay, it's kind of worthwhile to use this then. Okay, and then we'll put a Fury on. We'll put on a. We're gonna put on a Bracelet of Slaughter because it's good XP per hour. So that's where my thinking is right now. Some antidotes, probably just one, really. One super combat. I don't need all of them. I just need like maybe like 5 total. And maybe another Bracelet of Slaughter. And we need they don't really they don't drop anything of any value. It's purely an XP task. And then house teleports. And then we need what else do we need? Bones to Peaches. Just to heal over there. Okay. Alright, let's get some XP. Fire this bitch. Easy. I got one of those fucking things on my nail that's like it's like skin that's fucked up and it really hurts. I hate that shit when it happens. Actual bug of the human genome. That's even allowed to happen. This area is so brutal. Like, look at that thing. Oh my god. They were not fucking around when they created this thing. They created Zaya. Are you there, dude? I'm fucking busy right now, mate. As the mysterious old man's talking to me. I'm still in the monitor mode now that I think about it. Better. Oh wait. Here we go. Xeric's Talisman inert, let's go. I'm just gonna dismantle because I already have another one anyways, but these tasks are just so much better in terms of XP per hour. My god. It's like 50k or something like that XP per hour. $64k XP per hour? Yeah, it seems pretty accurate. You're like constantly attacking in a task like this. Alright, I'm gonna get off in a little bit. Actually, no, I'm gonna watch something quickly. That's why I'm gonna keep my attention that I think I can calm down a little bit.
It's about a mathematical problem that I've been obsessed with.
What's this about? It's an hour long? What is
It's
this?
about a mathematical problem that I've been obsessed with since I was a child. It's a simple counting game that you can play on your fingers. As a child, I came up with this game, and I solved the problem for 1 to 5 fingers. But I always wondered if you could generalize the solution to 6, 7, or even n fingers. I tried solving this problem as a child, and again in my undergraduate days, and again in my postgraduate days, and again in recent days, but the solution always eluded me. Now, I'd later learn that this problem already exists. It pops up in all sorts of places, on chessboards, on graphs, on toast racks, and a solution already exists. But that solution is really difficult to understand, and I never dedicated myself to getting my head around it.
Sure, I'll watch this, because I'm curious. Probably not gonna watch the whole thing. There's a better way to do this. This will be fine, I think, to do this.
Until now. I recently committed myself to finally understanding this solution, and boy was it cathartic to finally resolve this childhood
Oh, I thought he failed.
trauma is a bit of a strong word. But
Never
anyway,
mind.
that's what I'll share with you today. And I know this is a really long video, but I didn't want to skip any details as I want you to have a full and complete understanding of this proof. As for me, mathematics is less about the final answer and more about the process. I'll let you know when there is a good moment to take a break, but please come back because this whole proof is amazing with lots of really insightful details. Come with me on this journey because while you've probably never thought
Alright,
about
sure.
this problem before, it's a great problem with many fascinating steps in its intricate solution. So, what the heck is this problem? Well, let me take you back to my childhood and how I first conceived it. And this is honestly true. This is the sort of thing that went through my mind back then. As a child, I loved films. I still do. My dad had an enormous VHS collection and we used to love watching them together. VHS, kind of showing my age here. Back then, I loved Independence Day. The effect of the beam weapon as it destroyed all the buildings, I loved the spectacle. It was a simpler time, back when Will Smith punched the right things. Anyway, for some reason, I started to wonder
Based.
about this. Imagine that we're the aliens and we want to blow up 5 buildings. We're going to blow them up one by one. We can start with any building, but here's the rule. Once we've blown up one building, we're not allowed to destroy one of its neighbors in the next step. So we can start anywhere. Let's say we start with building number 2. Now, in the next step, we're not allowed to destroy one of 2's neighbors, so we can't destroy 1 or 3, so we have to destroy building 4 or building 5 next. Let's say that we destroy building 5. In the next step, we can't destroy one of 5 neighbors, we have to destroy building 1 or building 3 next. Note that if I destroy building number 1 next, then I am allowed to destroy building 3 after that. These aren't considered neighbors just because the building between them has been destroyed. So if I destroy 1 next, I can choose to destroy either 3 or 4. But notice, if I destroy building number 4 next, then I'm stuck, because whichever one I destroy next, I can't destroy its neighbor. So I have to destroy building number 3, as I can't destroy building 4 as it neighbors 5. So let's destroy building number 3. After this, I can't destroy building number 4 or building number 2, I have to destroy building number 1 next. And finally, we destroy building number 4. So, 25314 is a valid solution, but the problem is, how many solutions are there for 5 buildings? Or what if we had 6 buildings, or 7 buildings, or n buildings? The 3 case is impossible. If you start from the middle, then you can't proceed, and if you start from an edge, then you're in that 2 adjacent situation, which we just saw wasn't possible. The 4 case is easy. If you start from an edge, then you're in the 3 case, which we just said was impossible, so we have to start with one of the centrals. Once you pick one of the centrals, the rest of the moves are predetermined, so there are exactly 2 solutions. The 5 case is the one that I loved as a child. I used to do it on my hand, imagining that each building was one of my 5 digits, and then seeing if I could press them down in such a way that I never pressed down 2 neighboring digits successively. Pause the video now if you want to work out how many solutions there are for the 5 case. As a child, I managed to work out that there are 12. And then I realized it's actually 14, because for some reason it took me a while to notice this one and its mirror image. And to this very day, I still cycle through all 14 of them on my hand as a fidgeting habit.
What a loser. No, I'm joking. Interesting.
So far, we have the 3 case has 0 solutions, the 4 case has 2, the 5 case has 14. For completeness, we can go backwards and say the 2 case clearly has 0 solutions, and the 1 case has 1 solution. Now, there isn't an obvious problem
Based.
here, so what do we think for the 6 case? Now, I gave up on this as a child because I needed to use an extra hand, and who has time for that? As a teen, I'd learned about basic sequences, so I painstakingly computed by hand, literally, the number of solutions for the 6 case, and it turns out that there are 90. But none of the techniques I used at the
90?
time worked when analyzing this sequence, as it isn't a linear, quadratic, cubic, or a Fibonacci sequence. As an undergrad, I felt myself more equipped to tackle this problem. I had much more mathematical machinery in my arsenal at the time. Something about the problem felt a bit proof by induction-y, like the 6 case is just the 5 case, but with an extra finger. So if you start with this finger, then you just have the 5 case again, minus the cases which start with the thumb. Sounds good in principle, but it doesn't really work. I eventually abandoned this idea because if you start with this finger, for example, you've broken it into a 3 case and a 2 case, which interact in weird ways, and there's just far too many cases to consider. I also knew about graph theory. Let each vertex represent a finger.
You knew about graph theory as an
between
undergrad?
two
I guess he
vertices
was
if
a
they
math
represent fingers
major.
which are not neighboring. I would later learn that these graphs are called the path complement graphs on n vertices. Now the problem basically became how many ways are there of traversing each graph such that you start and finish at different vertices and you visit every vertex exactly once. In other words, how many Hamiltonian paths exist for each graph. But that, it turns out, is probably a much more difficult problem, as there is no general way to compute the number of Hamiltonian paths on an arbitrary graph. During my PhD, I took another crack at it, simplifying things and representing each solution as a string of numbers such that no two adjacent numbers had a difference of exactly 1. I knew that there must be some combinatorial argument that would generalize up to n fingers. Now, at that time, I was a much more experienced mathematician, so I did what every good mathematician does and checked to see if anyone else had solved the problem. The only difficulty I had was it's hard to find reference to a problem if you don't already know its name. Maybe I was the first to even think about this problem. But no, it's extremely rare to be the first, even if you do think about it in a new context. And I did eventually find something in the fantastic online encyclopedia of integer sequences. I typed in those numbers that have haunted me ever since my teenage years. 2, 14, 90. Lo and behold, the first results reference something called Hertzsprung's problem. Now, my first thought was, why on earth did Einar Hertzsprung, the guy most famous for stellar classification and the Hertzsprung-Russell diagram, care about such a weird counting problem? But as it turns out,
because people like weird stuff.
My second thought was then, wow, I really didn't expect Hertzsprung to be such a common name. But as it turns out, this Hertzsprung, Severin Hertzsprung, was Einar Hertzsprung's father, so it all made sense.
Based.
Now, Severin trained as an astronomer and had a passion
when
for
you go on these weird
mathematics,
rabbit
and
holes.
instilled that passion in his son Einar. But Severin later worked in the financial sector, having abandoned academia, but remained a keen chess player. And that makes sense because there is a link to chess in this problem. You've probably heard of the n-queens problem. The queen in chess can move vertically, horizontally, and diagonally any number of spaces. So the n-queens problem is to place n queens on an n by n chessboard such that no queen can immediately capture another queen. Now the king in chess can move in the same directions as the queen, but only one space at a time. So now consider the n-kings problem, placing n kings on an n by n chessboard such that no king can immediately capture another. Add the additional constraint that we only want one king per row and per column, and hey, this is identical to my finger problem. Each row of the board represents a decision in the game, and placing a king means it blocks out you putting a king immediately before or after in the next row. So there is a one-to-one correspondence between the solutions to the finger game and the king's game. This might be how Severin Hertzsprung first conceived the problem. He writes about it in a letter in 1887, where he describes the problem as listing integers such that no two adjacent integers have a difference of exactly 1, and then goes on to describe the chess way of visualizing the problem. He says it's n kings, but also adds an additional note.
It's so wild how you can conceive of problems in like completely different ways and different solutions pop up.
The n-piece problem, where each piece is a combination of a rook and a king, since the rook can move horizontally and vertically any number of spaces, and that's where our only one piece per row and column condition arises. And though this letter is written in Danish, which I cannot read, I'm instantly drawn to those numbers. 2, 14, 90. They've been in my head for over a decade, and it still feels weird to know that so many others have considered this puzzle. So it became known as Hertzsprung's problem, and later Irving Kaplansky, who first published a solution to the problem in 1944, referred to it as the n-kings problem, but also adds a similar footnote to say that this is really the n-piece problem, where the piece in question is really a rook-king combination. He also brutally puts this problem down by referring to it as a first cousin, a mere shabby relative of the n-queens problem. Though this is really a self-burn, as he admits he has failed to solve the n-queens problem. So, we have a combinatorial approach based around permutations of the integers from 1 to n, a Hamiltonian graph problem, a chess problem, and also a toast problem. This might be my favorite comment that I've ever read in the OAIS. This sequence is also the solution to the toast problem.
Alright, that was actually so fast. Man, so easy. Such an easy and quick and just nice task to do. Makes you feel all warm inside when you do the lizardman and just, you know, completely genocide an entire species of sentient creatures. Nothing better than that. Escape. Alright. Well, let me dismantle these to get the extra. Second. Where's my Xerix talisman? 613 charges. Alright, another task. Hopefully something that is good XP. We're only going to do good XP tasks now going forward. Something good? Is it time? Is it time to kill the Kalphite Queen? I really don't want to kill the Kalphite Queen until I get the Karis Partisan of Breaching. So I'm kind of like, Nah, I'm just gonna skip this thing. I'm gonna go do some Turiel. I'm gonna go Turiel skip it.
devised by my housemates and me as maths undergraduates some 27 years ago. Given a toast rack with n slots, how many ways can the slices be removed so that no two consecutive slices are removed from adjacent slots? David Jones, if you ever read this, you're a hero, and it warms my heart to know that there are maths undergraduates out there who have the same bizarre thoughts that I did after watching Independence Day. But anyway, that's the problem. Have a play around with it and see if you can come up with any ideas for what might be a good approach, but come straight back because we're about to get into the solution. But strap in, it's a doozy. We're going to need lots of little bits and pieces for this, so let me give you an overview of how the proof is going to work so that you can see where those bits and pieces are going to slot in. I'm also going to assume very little prior knowledge because the beauty of this proof is that it's very elementary. So apologies if I go over something that you already know, don't worry about it, just enjoy the recap. Consider the 4 case for now, but when we do the proof for real, we'll consider the n case. How many ways are there of listing the integers from 1 to 4? Well, that's 4 factorial, 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, as there are 4 choices for the first number, 3 choices for the second, 2 choices for the third, and 1 choice left at the end. In this case, 4 factorial equals 4.
Actually, you know
There are
what? I
24
just
different ways.
realized I could probably just kill Caliphate Queen. Because let me just, how hard is it to kill Caliphate Queen? Let's do a Caliphate Queen run because I gotta kill it at some point. What's the melee phase? Torva. Okay, we're gonna use dragon darts here. Because the range recommendation. No, I don't know. Okay, we'll use that. Barracks. We're gonna use a mythical cape because it says to use a mythical cape. I find that hard to mythical cape, but we'll wear it. Berserker ring. And what else we need to use? And Dragon Warhammer. Right. Okay, and then we go into range setup. The inventory is going to be just a lot of super combat potion, divine ranging. Yeah, I don't think it's like a task that requires to cast vengeance. Yeah, we'll cast vengeance as well. So runes to cast vengeance, which will be death runes, astral rune, earth runes. Empty these and we'll boom, boom, boom. House teleport tabs. Bring an antidote. To grab 1. We'll grab a bunch of manta rays. We'll make a tab this and call it Calfight. Calfight. Change icon. Calf. Okay. Copy this layout and call it good. And the problem with this layout that we have is, what was I going to say? Actually, there is no problem. Let's do this task quickly. It shouldn't be too hard to kill the Caliphate Queen doing this. I mean, like, it's gonna be like a long trek, and I don't have the Kara's Partisan of breaching. But I think it should. I still probably just have enough damage to get through it. I just need to kill it 3 times. I'm not trying to do anything crazy. Do I need ropes? No, I think because I have done the hard tire, I don't need it. The only problem is I can't go through the crevice. Not because I don't have the agility level, just because I don't have. Well, that's part of the reason I can't go through. Is 'cause I don't have the agility level. Also, 'cause I don't have the elite diaries done. I need to get the Calphite head to do it. I'm pretty sure for the Calphite Queen, the strategy is just protect from magic. Phase, heal up, prepare for the second phase, and second just. They're really like there isn't like anything you do that protects you from this fight. You just attack her, and what's that tunnel do? Oh, I didn't bring a rope, did I? Well, first mistake. It's fine. It's bound to happen. Freaking 1 stamina dose, and then. Okay. Hopefully this works out. What's in this tunnel over here? Look how much faster that is. It's ridiculous. Oh, but I need to get the head, so. Okay. Come on, fuck her up, man. Oh my god, we're shredding. We're pounding. I'm afraid for the range phase, because that's like. I didn't bring a prayer potion. Shit, I just realized that. Well, we know that for next time. I'm turning off Eagle Eye because I just don't have the prayer potions necessary to do it. Okay, she shreds, but she's not hard. I need to bring more prayer potions next time. Oh my god. I thought this boss was gonna be hard. It's kind of creepy how they all like jump on you like that at the end of the fight. It's like ants or something trying to like pile your corpse or whatever. It's not that hard. Pretty easy. Okay, we just gotta bring some more prayer potions next time. We're good. Oh, I didn't even Dragon Warhammer Spectre. Jesus. That could be even easier. That's crazy. Okay, well, we'll bring a couple more prayer potions. And then what are we gonna do here? Well, let's save this inventory setup. Easy. Okay. Oh, wait. This. Oh. Boom. Perfect. Okay, I should, yeah, next time do more. Because, well, I mean, I want the elite, once the elite diary is done, I will get 86 agility, or maybe just 81, then summer pie my way through there going forward, but yeah, because like that's a pain in the ass task to have to run through every single time, like, or all the way around, but like it's not that bad realistically. She's pretty easy.
Of listing them, and each listing is called a permutation. In general, if you have the first n integers, there are n factorial permutations. Think of each permutation as a set of instructions for how to play the finger game. So 4, 2, 3, 1 is saying finger 4, finger 2, finger 3, finger 1. This isn't a valid solution because I put down finger 2 followed by 3, which is illegal in the rules of the game. So here's what we want to do. We want to find how many of these permutations contain what I'm going to call a forbidden pair. A forbidden pair is a pair of successive entries in the permutation which have a difference of exactly 1. So two numbers that are next to each other and consecutive in either order. They're forbidden because they represent putting down one finger and then an adjacent finger on the next step, which breaks the rule of the game. It doesn't matter which order we do it, like 3 followed by 2. They are neighboring fingers going down one after another, which breaks the game. So here's what we want to do. We want to find how many permutations contain any amount of forbidden pairs. It doesn't matter how many forbidden pairs you contain. If you contain at least one, you break the game. So if we find how many permutations contain any number of forbidden pairs, we delete them from our original n factorial permutations, and we will be left with the permutations with no forbidden pairs, and they are exactly the solutions we require. Now, there are some immediate problems that make this difficult, and the first problem is this: how many ways are there of containing a forbidden pair? For example, in the 4 case, we could have a forbidden pair at the start, like in 2, 3, 1, 4. We could have a forbidden pair in the middle, like in 1, 3, 2, 4, or we could have a forbidden pair at the end, like in 1, 4, 2, 3. But that's not all, because we could have a forbidden pair at the start and at the end, like in 2, 1, 4, 3. We could even have one at the start and in the middle, like in 3, 2, 1, 4. There are two distinct forbidden pairs here. They've just been smushed together. And similarly over here, where we have a forbidden pair in the middle and at the end, like 4, 1, 2, 3. And that's still not all, because a permutation could contain a forbidden pair in all 3 positions, at the start, in the middle, and at the end, like in 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember, that's 3 distinct forbidden pairs, but they've all been smushed together. So how on earth are we going to count all of these possibilities? And remember, we want to do this in general. The 5 case is already wildly more complicated than the 4 case, never mind the n case. The next problem is that even enumerating the number of permutations in a specific case is far from easy. So for example, let's go back to the 4 case. There are 24 permutations in total, there are 6 options for what the forbidden pair has to be, and there are 3 different locations where we can find a forbidden pair. So we could say, okay, let's assume the forbidden pair is at the start. So there are 6 options for what that forbidden pair could be. Now once we've got a forbidden pair, we've already used up 2 of the numbers. So now there are 2 options left for what the third number could be, and then that leaves us 1 option left at the end. So there are 6 times 2 times 1 permutations equals 12, which have a forbidden pair at the start. And now we play the same game for the middle, where we say, okay, if the forbidden pair is in the middle, let's choose that forbidden pair first. There are 6 options for that, and then there are 2 options for what this first number could be, and then 1 option for the number at the end. So again, 6 times 2 times 1 gives us 12 permutations for the forbidden pair in the middle. And the exact same process for if the forbidden pair is at the end. So we have 12 plus 12 plus 12 equals 36 permutations, which contain 1 forbidden pair. Except that can't be right, because there are only 24 permutations in total, so this can't be right. and it isn't, because we've overcounted. To see why, consider a permutation like 1, 2, 3, 4. This has a forbidden pair at the start, so it got counted here. It also has a forbidden pair in the middle, so it got counted here, and it has a forbidden pair at the end, so it got counted here. So we've effectively counted it 3 times, which inflates this number beyond the actual
Come on.
answer. So this
I mean,
should give
like,
you a
what the
flavor
heck?
of why this is a non-trivial problem. But in solving both of these, we'll solve the final problem, which is to count all permutations containing any number of forbidden pairs. This is where our extra bits and pieces come in, because there are some laws and results that will help us resolve these issues. The first thing we need is a way of enumerating all of the locations of a forbidden pair, and we'll solve that using something called the stars and bars. And the second thing we'll need is a clever way of enumerating the number of permutations that contain a specific amount of forbidden pairs. We'll do that with something called the inclusion-exclusion principle. That's going to make sure we don't under or overcount the number of permutations in a specific case. And the last fact we'll need is just a little fact about Pascal's triangle, but that's only a little thing. Don't worry, we'll get to it. So that's the plan. And I know it seems like a lot, but don't worry, these little results here are quite small and easy to understand results. But they are really important because they're going to feed in to the main proof later. So let's get into it. Just a very, very brief aside for some basic combinatorics, because I use this heavily in my countdown video, but received a lot of comments from those unfamiliar with the concepts. Let's say I have n numbered cards, then we've seen that the number of ways of ordering them is n factorial, because there's n choices for the first, n minus 1 choices for the second, and so on down to the end where there's 1 choice, so n factorial ways of arranging them, and they are called the permutations on n. Now consider this. I've got a deck of n cards, and I want to take k of them into my hand, where the order of the cards in my hand doesn't matter. Just like in most card games, this would be considered the same hand as this. The order doesn't matter.
Alright, come on, we gotta fuck this guy up here,
The naive
because
approach is to say, well, I have n choices for my first card, and then I have n minus 1 choices for my second card, times all the way down to n minus k plus 1 choices for my kth card. So a formula for this might be n times n minus 1 times all the way down to n minus k plus 1. I'm going to do something a little bit strange here, but you'll see why in a second. I'm going to treat this like a fraction, so it's over 1 at the moment. I'm going to multiply numerator and denominator by n minus k times all the way down to 1. Since I've multiplied numerator and denominator by the same thing, the answer is still the same. But now I can rewrite this. At the top here, this is just n factorial, and at the bottom, that's just n
we gotta
minus k
kill him,
factorial. So
because
let's
this
rewrite
is
it.
the end of
Now,
our
this
Slayer
formula
task.
is actually incorrect, as it actually overcounts the number of hands. To see why, let's take k equals 3, so I want a hand of 3 cards, and consider this. The hand that I get by choosing first card 1, then card 2, then card 3, is the exact same hand as if I choose card 2, then card 1, then card 3, as the order of the hand doesn't.
Alright, easy. That wasn't even that hard. Okay, now we know how to kill Kalphite quick going forward. It's not that hard of a boss. It's just it's a slow, and you use up a lot of food to kill it, is the kind of thing that sucks about it. I don't know if I'll bring Cerebrus next time or not, but that wasn't too bad. Oh, I didn't even cast Vengeance on it. That could have made it so much easier. Oh my god. I really like let's just go to show how easy it is to kill some of these bosses. Like, I was fumbling a lot and yet still was fine on killing the boss. I mean, I guess it's not really like a hard boss or anything like that, but it's more just a matter of like oh, I can also buy a new thing. I want to buy a reward here quickly. I wanted to buy Reptile Freezer. You might be saying, why the hell would you ever want to buy Reptile Freezer? It's because it will make skipping tasks faster. Because we're going to have to skip a task now. I don't want to fucking do cave horrors. Fuck that shit. So, time to tutorial skip this stuff. But if we get lizards, it should make it a little bit faster. So that's my reasoning for why I did it. But yeah, no, that was not that hard at all. That was a really easy to do. So, all right, time to skip. I just have to check because we do have adamant darts in there. Good. I don't want to just waste like a shit ton of money just doing that. A Slayer. Those. Scrap 5. Okay, let's contact. We gotta go to the house and then contact Turiel. Then, what's the music in RuneScape? I haven't done this in a while. Ice Fiends. Okay, we can do that quickly. rest in peace, these poor dwarves. Yeah, they're fucking, they're getting mortared right now. Holy shit. They're having the fucking, like, William Dafoe, like, looking up at the sky, terrified of the goddamn cannonballs just landing upon them. They drop Landedimes? Not too bad, man. Alright. Give me something nice. Something good. Skeletal Wyverns? Are those good? Wait. Skeletal Wyverns. As my girlfriend says, she's got a weird accent. I don't know how the hell she calls them skeletal and like dead ass, if that's the right way to pronounce it. She speaks English too, that's the crazy thing. Oh, they're not too bad. They're not too bad. You can kill them using Void, right? I'm looking 1 second. Because what else is about them that kind of sucks? I forgot there's something about them I don't really like. They're not like amazing money per hour. What do they drop that's really valuable to me? Like, what are their drops? Like, do they have any drops that are collection loggy that I need to get? Like dragon plate legs, dragon's plate skirt, granite legs. They don't drop anything. They drop the shield left head at a pretty bad rate. Dragon Iconic Visage, which I already have. Oh, they don't drop the Skeletal Visage, yeah, so I don't really have much interest in them. If they drop the Skeletal Visage, I'd be more interested in them. Yeah, I'm gonna call it good. I know they're good money per hour, but... yeah, I can't be fucked to kill them right now. Let's just do another tutorial skip right now. Interesting. There's a new position opening up might work, but however, I am quitting that job. Yeah. Bears. This is the worst one out of all the ones you can skip. Oh, I gotta stretch. I've been doing this for too long. Okay. I don't know where to put my cannon for this. Like, should it be here? Should it be here? There's like so much stuff in the way that like obscures it. eclectic. Give me a medium. Alright, grab game. Easy. Alright, something good, please. $194 gargoyles. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do gargoyles for a bit. They're not bad, and gargoyles can make decent amounts of money if you fight Dusk and Dawn. And they're okay XP per hour. Yeah, they're okay XP per hour, like 30-ish K. What was I gonna say about them? I'm like slightly too low on what's it called? My DPS. Yeah, I'm like slightly too low on my DPS when I'm doing what's it called? I'm telling you to Dylan the DPS I used during that fight to out-damage Dawn in the second phase of that fight. I wish I could do more because then I could just ignore that second phase better, I think. I could just like sit in the corner and spam her down till I kill her, but unfortunately I don't do enough damage to that. If that makes any sense. I'm kind of talking weird because I'm paying attention to what I'm doing in the game instead of paying attention to the stream. Actually, we're gonna sell a bunch of the stuff here because, well, maybe not a ton, but just a little bit. I want to buy some more. To buy some more blood run out low. else I gotta do? Dead. That as well. Pretty much good to go. A new one because the items are all lacking it. Change icon.